Hello everyone, it is Joe here from Omnipoke, the channel that brings you guys everything Pokemon. If you're looking for PTCGO codes, including the stuff from Battle Styles, make sure you go ahead and check out the Potown store. You can get a 5% discount on your orders using that code Omnipoke. For today's video, we are going to be looking at the Aurora-based Mewtwo Mew Tag Team GX, trying to use that perfection ability to copy a whole heap of Pokemon. Mewtwo has been doing really well again in the Battle Styles format. Obviously that Psychic type coverage is pretty solid with the amount of Rapid Strike Urshifu that is starting to perform. Welder Mewtwo has always been pretty reasonable into the ADP matchup as well, which is also at the top of the game, so it's no surprise to see Mewtwo doing quite well right now. It's doing so well that people are starting to tech Mimikyus into their Mewtwo, which is why you're seeing double Stealthy Hood in the list. I feel this is a mandatory card in the deck right now, just to really not get shut down by that one-of tech that many people are currently adding in to make life awkward for the Mewtwo. So I am playing the Aurora build right now. There are a ton of different ways to play Mewtwo at the moment. You can play it with a Victini package, you can play it with just straight fire attackers to copy, and you can also play it this way around, which is the Aurora approach. And I feel there are some strict upsides to playing the Aurora right now. It's my favorite way to play the Mewtwo. It opens the door for a couple pretty important cards. Firstly, you get to use Vileplume-GX for that massive bloom attack, 180 for 2. It has diminishing returns. It has a minus for each damage counter you have on it, but it's still a really good early game attack, and it means that if you're whiffing your welders, you can still be attacking on turn 2. This is especially important because in open deck lists, people force Mewtwo to go first a lot because they don't want you welder popping off. So having that Vileplume approach allows you to play things like Research instead, develop an actually good hand size, dig deeper into the deck, and still be hitting good damage output, especially into things like ADP, where you can be massive blooming into them before they GX, and that could be really good for you taking tempo prizes. That 180, obviously very good at taking out Dedenne's, Crobats, and Eldegosses, and all that sort of stuff that your opponent may happen to start. And it also means that, again, because you don't have to hit that welder, you can boss something like an opposing Jirachi-GX against things like Urshifu on turn 2, and then you've dealt with it, and it's really scary for the Urshifu player from then on. So yeah, Plume is really, really nice in here. We also gain Naganadel-GX for that Venom Shot sniping attack as a great finishing move into things like the Dedenne-GX and Aurora-GX. It's one of the reasons why this approach can have a slightly reasonable time, or more reasonable time, against some Welder Box players, because you can stamp Naga, knock out their Oricorio, which is still a really big play compared to the straight fire build of Mewtwo, which is stamp and pray, basically. And this means that we don't need to have boss for game, which is really nice. Just having Venom Shot on board is a really good win condition just to sit on. And we also have the Espeon finally coming back into this list for trying to deal with the Mad Party matchup, which has seriously popped up in a big way. The regular welding Mewtwo would have a very, very tough time against the Mad Party, but you flip the scales when you play the Aurora energy, and you can get that early Aurora attachment, weld to your Mewtwo, cross divide, or even just weld onto this guy, and then you're taking out, you know, sometimes 2 teacups and a Bunnelby. That's really, really good. They're basically in scoop territory at that point. Even if you're just dealing with like 1 Bunnelby and 1 Poltegeist, that's really good value for you. You remove a couple of their threats and their draw engine in the same turn. So it's really bad for Mad Party to face down the Espeon. I think it's a really worthy include right now to make that matchup a bit better. Also, you get the minor upsides of being able to use Star Search if you whiff Welders in the opening stages and just find Aurora energy. And the slightly better upside is that you can use Miraculous Duo GX for the heal effect. You can heal all damage from all of your Pokemon, which is also good as a panic option if you're being hit with Power Plant, or if there is a Mimikyu and you've not found Stealthy Hood. But in general, that heal can be really, really solid. You have decent hit points to fall back on. So yeah, very nice overall. The other attackers that you'll see in a ton of other Mewtwo builds is the Incineroar. If we can take a hit, we can punish immediately with Darkest Tornado GX. Really good into some VMAX matchups where otherwise our damage cap is about 300. So Darkest Tornado allows us to push on through those guys, which is great. And Crushing Punch is reasonable, like 2-shot damage output with the upside of removing special energies, which can be annoying for the likes of Pikarom and other stuff like that, and, you know, potentially Mirror even, and people playing Coatings. There's a lot of special energy out there right now. You get a lot of value of Crushing Punch. And then we have the 2 Zards. We have Reshizard, just 3 very, very good attacks. Double Blaze, great tempo. Flare Strike, reasonable just output. And Outrage, again, leans into our high hit points. And we have the Family Zard, which can do 300 for 4, which is just huge burst potential, especially into tag team matchups. of which there are still plenty. So yeah, that is going to be the attacking lineup. The only other Pokemon you could really consider in here is something like Megalopuff, where you can punish the mirror match slightly more, and you can be punishing into the Pikarom matchup for the amount of GXs that they put into play. You can also think about something like Greninja-GX if you're worried about Decidueye and other walling Pokemon. Realistically, I feel like the fact that Phoebe has made its way into Eternatus and some Rapid Strike builds now, I'm hoping it means people have put off the walling decks and we can get away with no Greninja, but you can put it in if you are expecting to come into that matchup. Other than that, the build is pretty straightforward. We've got the 8 Fires and the 4 Auroras. We've got the really high Hearth count because we want to have bounces to Power Plant, not only so that we can attack with Mewtwo, but so that we can actually draw our cards with Dedenne. We have 8 Ball Search outs for Dedenne in the opening stages, so we do rely on that Dedenne change. That's why it's such a high count in the list to try and get that rolling. We got the stamps in here for some disruption. We got the gears in here for extra pushes to hit our welders or researching bosses in the right situations. And then we have our switch outs. Really, there's so much flexibility with Mewtwo right now. You could think about playing ropes in here if you really wanted to. You could think about playing a ton of different tools. Sometimes you see Tool Jammer. Tool Jammer really annoying for the ADP player because not only do you shut off their swords and their Vit bands so they can't one-shot you, you also shut off their air balloons so they can't just have the easy pivot for when they're trying to saucer onto you. And you even shot down the Big Charm if they're playing the defensive ADP, so Charizard can still knock them out. So Tool Jammer very good against the ADP matchup. Big Charm very good for you against Eternatus. Now, Mad Party's coming back in enough of a way that people are going back towards 3-4 Zigzagoon, so maybe not quite as good, but it can force the Eternatus player to really pop off and find multiple Zigs all in a turn to actually be able to one-shot you. And at the same time, the Big Charm keeps you out of range of ADP at the same time. So there are upsides to other tools, don't get it twisted, but right now I think it's a mandatory card to play Stealthy Hood because otherwise you're just losing to a Mimikyu tech, and that feels really bad. So let's jump into the ladder, get some games in with this Mewtwo build, and yeah, see how it performs. I feel like the SBDO is definitely a good tech right now, and I feel like the Stealthy Hoods are a mandatory evil that we have to sit through. So we are going, we are winning the flip. I still choose to go second with this deck because we do like to Welder pop off when we can. And this hand is looking very nice. We have an early game. Even if it's a Welder for 1, Welder for 1 works when we can Cherish Ball away a Vileplume. So that's not bad at all. Looks like we're up against Single Strike. Should be a matchup that we can punish quite aggressively. I'd imagine they're playing Jirachi-GX. They start off with the early game capture to the Houndour. Just going to grab the big V. Tower of Darkness coming in, getting rid of a pot, or an urn, I should say. Another Houndour. So not a bad setup for them turn 1. If I can disrupt this with a KO on this with Plume, it would be huge. Let's see how many Auroras we got. We have all the Auroras in here. All of our Welds. Crobat is in here as well as the Dedenne, so that's looking pretty good. Okay. Our prizes are looking pretty good as well. We've prized like Jirachi, which we don't really need. We've prized 1 Dedenne. Okay, not bad, not bad. I will start off with the Welder because if we draw into Dedenne, I can Cherish Ball for a different target. Looks like it is going to be Dedenne change. There's no 2 energy attack that can deal 60 in the deck without the help of Aurora. So it just has to be Dedenne change here. Dedenne change, possible Crobat as well, so that we can try and get the turn 1 Aurora. Yes, I know I'll have fewer cards, that's fine. We do hit Aurora energy, that's awesome. I think we'll just toss a gear here. And we can go ahead and Massive Bloom. Really good turn 1 for us, good pressure. And we'll take the first prize here. Quick Ball's never a bad card to pick up either. We have tossed our Eldegoss, which is a shame. But we'll live with this. Not a bad start at all. They're going to get another Capture Energy down with Urshi. Single Strike hasn't been performing too well in the Battle Styles format. Yeah, I'm going to grab a Houndoom as well now. can start roaring onto their big boy if they want to. I'm going to research where a few basic energies. Using the research before the roar is quite interesting. Oranguru, okay. There's the roar. They still have tower as well they can use. Potential for Dedenne and Crobat and that sort of stuff as well. There's an energy coming on to the single strike Urshi. There's a wisdom from a big brain monkey. Let's see what else is in store. Another urn hitting the discard pile. Probably tells us that they play 4 copies. Alright. So we've already got the KO established. I probably want to establish another Mewtwo here if I can. So I'm probably going Cherish, Quick Ball, and Gear after I've thinned the Pokemon. Give us the highest odds. Because I don't mind hitting a research button here if I have to. So we'll grab our Mewtwo and then we'll Cherish Ball away the Stealthy. Oh, sorry, we'll Quick Ball away the Stealth. And then we will grab the backup Dedenne, just in case everything goes to pot with the Pokégear. Ooh, option to boss. Option to boss is pretty busted, right? Yeah. Yeah. This plume is definitely doing work. I can thin even more if I want to. This could become a Crobat if I need it to be. I think we're just going to take the tempo and they're going to scoop as soon as I do it. Yeah. Don't know why I'm overthinking the rest of the hand. The game's already gone. Excuse me. Let's get into another one real quick. Single strike struggling to set up is not something new. I think we've all been there. We all tried it in the opening weeks and we know the struggles of the single strike. Feels like that deck has to laser focus to have any chance in a lot of matchups, and against Mewtwo you don't have the luxury of laser focus because I'll just kill you. Alright, they have the Dragapult coin. Dragapult is a scary matchup for us. We do win the flip, we will again choose to go second because you saw how vital those early supporters are. The hand is looking rough. Really rough. Even if we top deck a Welder or anything like that, we're in bad shape. We need to top deck a Ball Search card, really. We have 11 outs to Dedenne change. They are playing Draga. Which basically forces us to put down our Jirachi-GX, and even then they can deal with that guy, which is kind of scary. And our hand is very poor right now. I'm going to grab Marshadow. Interesting. Huh. A very poor draw for us. Let's bring up this Marshadow. We just have to kind of commit here. This means Dragon can one-shot us with Jet Assault, though. They don't need to find the VMAX now. They need to find attached switch out. But I need to make them have it, right? Maybe I was safest leaving this active, so he had to double pivot. Regardless, they're grabbing the VMAX. Okay. That means we're alive, unless he has Zigzagoon. Which they often do. Alright, his hand is busted. Crumbs. Oh, crumbs. They definitely shouldn't have VMAXed. Just saying. Yeah, we'd be dead right now if they didn't VMAX. We can still be dead to Zig, anyways. You on board the active. Okay. Alright, Heart of the Cards, anyone? Oh, yeah, hate to see it. Alright, we're out of here. Okay, a nice brick with Mewtwo. We are only playing 4 Welder, 2 Research, 2 Gear. It is a possibility. You do live and die by it. But you also have 11 outs to Dedenne, so... Typically, you at least have the Dedenne dig to feel sad after, then you brick. In this case, we didn't even have that. Opponent choosing whether or not they'd like to go first here. Having some quick games today, that's for sure. Not messing around. Alright, we're starting with Espeon. It does have a 2 retreat cost, so it's not the absolute worst Pokemon to start with. Reshiram is often a worse lead for you, because it's harder to pivot. Alright, another Dragapult. So Dragapult can really punish this Espeon start really badly. I actually probably will make a Reshiram here with the Cherish Ball and then just Quick Ball away Boss for Dedenne change. Oh, they're playing the Esper build of Dragapult, the Catade Pult. That's an interesting meta call. There's a lot of Mewtwo right now, there's a lot of Urshi right now, and then with the Catade stuff, Dragapult just in general is good against like Mad Party. Smart meta call, let's go. They've seen the Espeon and they've raised me an Esper. Right, Guru coming in. They're missing Energy Drop right now. No energy. Nice. Nice. Alright, let's see if Reshiram is in here. It is. Very good, very good. Jirachi's in here. 2 Mewtwo prize, but we only probably want to put 1 down anyway. Let's Weld. Before the Quick Ball, because if I draw any Pokemon, I can make a decision after the fact. Mewtwo coming into play, what do we think? I think it's fine when he hasn't attached turn 1. It means we don't need to put down Jirachi-GX this turn. I'm probably going to Hearth first, just for 1 attachment to the bench. Just to make the Dedenne that little bit more live. To give us a switch out. Thinking about it now, I could draw the 6 with Crobat and then still have Cherish Ball outs for Dedenne change. So I should probably bat instead. Let's fail this. Let's draw our 6. Yeah, so you draw the Cherish Ball outs now. We are getting rid of a lot of supporter cards, which is dicey. I should probably just establish this. We are going full board, but... Eldegoss is dying anyway to this Dedenne change. So let's go ahead and do this. Looking for switch outs. We played 5 switch outs. We missed the switch out, so we can't punish aggressively, which is a shame. We've just got to pass here. Should have played towards the Psychic Club. Here comes a VMAX. They can shred us for 60. Alright, we are going to see that Psychic and we are going to see the Shred. Okay. Rip the Research. It's a lot of our resources going into the bin. Which is a yikes. I guess I should play around fans. The only upside of attaching not a fire is that I can get the value from the Fire Crystal that we play. Alright, let's dig for a switch out. Please. Okay, we're swinging. Very good. We can thin. We have one Welder as our only valid supporter. Nothing's getting knocked out for a while, so I shouldn't play towards this Dedenne out right now. I should be attaching over 2 turns, realistically. So I can pull this out of the deck. That's his Flare Strike. You can see the energy drop. You can see the wisdom. So he probably just attacks with this. Next turn, Espers me. So we need to attach to this Mewtwo. Okay, we're going to get Marnie. That's not necessarily that bad for us, actually. I guess his path is he sprinkles here. And then he's going to try and Esper over 2 turns. Yeah. Okay. Well, we draw our Welder. We have 2 fires left, so it's a fairly easy choice what we're doing with this. We can take the KO with Outrage already. It's not really worth ballooning because he's probably just going to try and... I'd rather him Esper this than Esper this. Do I want to thin any more cards? I'll have a board space to Dedenne change next turn. He's not going to be sprinkling any more counters at this point. Only prevents abilities anyway. I'm thinking of Parasol. So we just hit into this guy. Next turn, stamp KO Esper and hope that we can knock out with a boss the following turn. Is probably the route. I'm just going to thin a card. Because they're probably not stamp playing anyway. And if they are stamping, they're stamping to 6, which isn't a problem. Do I want to play this Air Balloon down anywhere? Not particularly. Let's just Outrage. Oh, they are stamping to 3 anyway now. Yeah. Alright. Esper comes in, they attach to Drag. They do play Stamp on us, so I wish I had played a Balloon. We do draw the out to Dedenne anyways. Big Charm coming in on the bench. So they can take the 3 prizes straight back. We're really looking to stamp them down again this turn. Stamp them the reverse Uno stamp. Oh, okay. That means I can thin an Incineroar. Which is the easiest thing I can attack with this turn, so that's good. Stamps, please. Because his hand is scarily large. There we go. Okay. So, if I remain active, he can knock me out by retreating and attaching with Jet Assault. Which requires Switch Out and Energy. Or I can force him to search out an Esper and also have a Switch Out. So yeah, it's like, I'm either playing around Ball Search card or Switch Out. How many Ball Search cards are played? Only 1 Quick Ball and no Switch Outs played so far. So we should play around the Ball Search, right? So let's pay Retreat, actually. His fighting days are done. keeps the Air Balloon open for me to win next turn and retreat on anything. So yeah, let's go for the old Crushing Punch. Do you draw a switch now? Ah, they don't even need the switch out because of the retreat on Persian, so yeah, I definitely had to retreat. Playing around energy versus a thing. I forgot this had free retreat, that's broken. Boss? Sometimes boss? Rod isn't game. They could go fishing for the Esper. Oh boy. Oh shucks. Guru Pass, lovely. Well, we don't have game because Venom Shot is 1 away. I can... I can SBDO the Persian, and then I'm only losing to boss. And it means he still needs to switch out. How many boss do I have remaining? So I have a 50-50 of taking boss from prizes as well. Should play around Stamp at this point as well. Should continue to play around other things here. Yeah, I think SBDO is the strongest move. Venom Shot 1 off. Never lucky. Cross Divide coming in, forcing a boss switch play. We get the boss from prizes, which is nice. Kind of. Uh-oh. Uh-oh, they're drawing the cards. Uh-oh. Saved by the Quick Ball. The third energy coming in. They need to find Switch Boss. They have a lot of Switch outs remaining. No boss played either. No. They got us. Ah, they got us. Alright. The stamp was successful, but the monkey did the job. Okay. Right, one more game. Let's make it a quick one. That was a weird one. Okay, they're calling the coin flip. Take your time, buddy. It's fine. Alright. Always going second today. Very good. This hand is looking pretty juicy. Getting rid of an early stamp and a crystal is not great, but the Hearth Dead change is reasonable. We do get the benefit of a mulligan card as well. We'll start up against a Welding Teeny. A lot of Teenies do play Mewtwo that can burst on the scene, so you do have to be a little bit careful of that. They're playing Mew as well. Alright, Big Teeny coming down, energy on him, standard stuff. Okay. Quick balls galore for us, that's good news. We can fin some Pogs. I probably do want to develop the early Jirachi as well. I'll probably just thin the Reshizard, develop the Jirachi. Just so that I'm not getting caught short at any point and just blown up in one turn. Do this, we'll do this, we'll do this. Ooh, that's a lot of energies. Okay. I'd rather not get hit this turn. But what can I do about it? If I do get hit, he's playing into Incineroar quite nicely. I could thin and go for bat plays. It's only 3 cards. We still have Gears and Research that I could play though this turn. Well, that's helping the Incineroar play a little bit. I just need to draw a decent card next turn. Okay. A big push, a big whiff. Unfortunate. Right, they're halving away a Switch, so we know they can get into their Victini this turn. They're going to play a Welder. So they could just hit us with the regular V here for 120 or 150 if they attach a 4th energy. I'm going to do some Jirachi dancing. Oh no, they're not. That's the twist. They're actually not. They're just hitting us. Are they developing any other Pokemon here? Or are they just all in? Okay, they're gonna Dedenne change, probably. Crobat. Same thing. Same difference. Alright, they do have an extra energy to throw into the face. Nothing on the bench coming down, though. Not necessarily a problem, because they can just Welder burst another Victini, but still. Okay. What a brick from us. Alright, it's time for some panic plays, I guess. Time for some panic plays. Do I attach to a new Mewtwo? Probably do. Three, 6, 9, 12, 15, 18. Okay, we'll give him this anyway. Dedenne change from them. Their board state is pretty poor, but they can scoop up net to free up some space. They do have a boss's orders. That's scary. Let's go Mewtwo. Let's go top deck. Close your eyes and pray. Oh, thanks for praying. Thanks for praying with me, everyone. Really appreciate the prayers and the kind thoughts. Well, Stamp response isn't that bad. He still has Stellar Wishes, but we're pretty behind in a race, but we're pretty ahead on board position. They have the benefit of Giant Hearth still, of course, but hey, we're out here trying. 3, 6, 9, 12, 15, 18, 210. So he can 210 burst me next turn. Mewtwo can't burst KO me because of Jirachi. I should probably keep the Eldegoss open for boss players next turn. Alright, alright. The comeback? The prayers were answered? Let's read on. Hearth pre-wish for better odds. Ah, just welding out the gate. So they have Heatran in their deck, probably. Or they're trying to get creative with their Mew here. What math can Mew fix? Not super sure. I guess they're doing this because they played Blown? Monka yikes. $240. That's both stamps played, so I'm not digging for stamps. I can Eldegoss Boss GX the Crobat and then have Aurora for Naga Snipe for game. I want to see the outcome of this first. Okay, okay. Yeah, I think Boss is probably the path. Winning the fewest number of turns. Oh, so Naga is actually prized, so I'd have to Boss. But I can Boss Dedenne change this turn. And then I have Gear Boss in the deck. And I still need to hit an Aurora Energy if I'm going for the Naga play. Okay, so we're all in. We're going, give me that Boss man. We'll boss this up. We can double blaze this boy. I can attach pretty happily. Yeah. And then I change. Okay, no boss in the hand. I can thin the card. Nothing's getting KO'd, otherwise I lose, so we can just thin this. I'm going to be GXing anyway this turn, so this Zard's not feeling too good. Oh no, wait, this means I can... Oh no, I can't flamethrower, it's not enough damage. So let's toss this plume into the abyss. 50-50 for the Naga Snipe game plan from the prizes. $50-50. Yeah, nice. Okay. We are a turn away from closing with that venomous boy. Let's see if the Welder was the Mew 3 damage was big brain. All right, they're gonna grab one fire, gonna wish. They can still play stamps. I think there's already a stamp in the bin for them, actually. Let's see the VMAX go into the deck. What's the scariest boy they can make? Teeny, 3, 6, 9, 12, 15, 18 to 10 to 40. Why did I attach this extra energy? I'm such an idiot. 3, 6, 9, 12, 15, 18 to 10. I'm so lucky that he doesn't have enough energies. Oh, I misplayed so badly. I'm so lucky. Alright, we may be paying retreat this turn. Definitely forgot what deck I was playing against because he had no Pokemon in play that could attack. That's why this is relevant. I was like, why is this relevant? Oh, it's 1 energy less. It's how he beats me. It's too early. Too early in the day for me. Let's see. I need to top deck Naga. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Let's see what he wants to do. Okay, he's going to pass. So I think I might have to pay retreat Crushing Punch here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So all of our energies are used. So if I pay retreat Crushing Punch, that's the safest I can be. Oh no, I can't move in and out. What am I talking about? Pay retreat pass seems really bad though. Maybe I'm just committed to just hitting him at this point. And saying you don't have enough energies in your deck to beat me. 7, 8, 9. He must play more. I'm losing to Crystal basically. Unless I just wait around to take hits. I'm gonna power up the Crobat, yo. Let's go. This is where things get weird. So welding for some more cards. He can VMAX and knock out the Crobat now. Whirlpool Suction kind of helps me in a way. It means he can't take an easy V knockout. Does have the switch. Is he just going to Spreading Flames? No, he's going to VMAX Boss. Ah, he's going to Spreading Flames. Okay. So he's working towards Heatran win, I guess. I guess I just Air Balloon and hit him. And say Heatran is a good card. Need to have Switch out in addition to the Heatran. Alright, they're dancing this Jirachi. Okay. Crobat plays? Must be Crobat plays, right? No, just wasting everyone's time. They're switching, they're wishing. For the scoop up net, is scoop up net enough? 5, 10, 15, 20, 25? Yeah, so Heatran scoop net is the game. Nice. Well played. We kind of deserve that for stupidly attaching the extra card. Alright, I'm not gonna... Let's save ourselves all some time. Alright, well that's Mewtwo. It's kind of bricky, but it's high tempo. We didn't have the upside of facing any Urshis. We didn't face any Pikas or ADPs. We mostly just faced other stuff like Dragapults and whatnot. But yeah, sometimes Mewtwo just sticks on board and you can take advantage of lots of attacks. I think SPD is a really smart choice right now for the mad parties. Stealthy Hood is like a necessary evil. We didn't come up against any Mimikyu, but I really think it's worthwhile. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you in another video tomorrow. Cheers.